Okay, so we're going to get into psychology of selling now, and this is all based around Marston's model of personality style. You may have heard of personality styles through DISC or Myers-Briggs or McQuaig, which is what I prefer to use. But today I'm going to give you a little different spin on that, and it's going to be specifically geared towards selling. So we're not worried about placing anybody in a job or finding out who would be a good companion. We want to make sure that we understand the prospect better than they understand themselves. We'll get into that here shortly. Okay, let's review real fast. There's 3 ways to create a win-win situation, and a win-win situation is a must-have to make the sale. You must influence your prospects to like you, because if you remember back, we talked about one of the reasons why we miss a sale is because the prospect might not like us. So this is the opposite side of that. Number 2 would be explain your product or service offering correctly, and namely to their personality style, which is what we're going to talk about today, selling based on different personality styles of the prospect. Number 3 is we need to be distinctive, and we can't trigger any negative past sales experiences. If you have those triggers, and sometimes that's one of the most difficult things to deal with, is that you have to understand that people have different buying habits, they've had different buying experiences. So if a salesperson has treated them a certain way and you trigger that negative connotation, a lot of times subconsciously their mind will tell them not to buy from you simply because they remember the last time a person like you sold them something. So again, influence a prospect to like you, explain it correctly, namely to their personality style, and then be distinctive so that you don't trigger those negative past sales experiences. Okay? Here's a little pop quiz for you. How would you handle this? You got an email that came in, and the email was very bulleted, just like you see here, and it said exactly what you see on the screen. I have some questions. Please answer the questions via email. Is there a joining fee? This is for a health club. Is there a joining fee? If so, what can I do to remove that? What is the monthly charge? How long is the commitment? Cancellation fees, etc. Is there a discount on monthly fees for my husband and wife? Do you have any kid areas? And if so, what is the price for that? Can I use all the clubs for free? On and on and on and on, all the way down to the last bullet point of, if you don't answer my questions, please do not call me. So I want you to stop for a second and think, how would you handle this? All right. Hopefully you got the answer in mind. You need to answer this exactly how the customer requested. Now, I've had people tell me, oh, well, I would just call him. Oh, hey, I would just, I'd email him back and ask him for some more questions. This is the prime example of why personality selling and selling based on the psychology of personalities is so important. What we have here is a type A director personality. This person is very to the point, wants his questions answered, and doesn't want anything else besides that. So as a sales professional, if you were to happen to try to go off of the path, so to speak, of how to close this guy, you're going to have issues, because he's going to maybe trigger a negative past sales experience. Maybe you're going to say something to him that he's heard before and maybe turned out to be a sour deal, so therefore he doesn't want to hire you. The other thing is you have to explain your product, offering, or service to his personality style. And so that's exactly what we would do. I would just hit the reply button, and I would say, hey, Mr. Johnson or whoever, please see my response below. And underneath there, I would come out and I would literally put in red print just beside each one of his little emails there. Okay, so basically you need to understand that your presentation needs to mirror exactly what the person is looking for, and there's no need for us to add anything more than what they need. Adjusting your personality styles. We have to understand that different prospects and clients require different presentations and closes. So the truth is this, is that you probably are only selling or closing one type of way. You have one sales presentation and use that for everybody. What I want you to understand is that that's not the smart way to do it, because each person needs to be sold a different way. Think about selling to a CPA versus selling to a stay-at-home mom. two completely different style personalities, and you're going to need to talk to them. You're going to need to have different body language with them. You're going to need to close them in a different way. One's going to require more information than the other. So it's very important to understand that and to know going forward that there are 4 main personality styles. So you're going to need 4 types of presentation. So write that down, and we're going here on the next slide. So why learn personality style? The thing with learning personality styles and the selling based on the psychology of the sale is it allows you to work smarter. You're not wading through water anymore to try to figure out what it is you need to say. You simply have to identify who they are, what their most dominant personality style is, which I'm going to teach you here in this section. You have to figure that out and then sell based only on that. So it cuts out a lot of the legwork. The other thing is this: if you don't understand which personality style you're selling to, I can almost guarantee you're missing sales right now. Personality selling and the psychology of selling is not only one of my most requested seminars, but when I implement it into my clients' sales funnels and their sales processes and their business in general, it almost always makes an increase in the sales, instantaneous, because you have to understand this is like the master key to unlock how to communicate with people. So not understanding this is costing you revenue right now. Okay, you're also going to lose clients because we typically only identify with us. We only identify with who our personality style is. So if you are having to deal with everyone, there's a wide variety of peoples out there, the 4 main personality styles. You have to understand that if you're only pitching the same way over and over and over again, you're missing 3/4 of the chunk, possibly more depending on which personality style you are. We pitch how we want to be pitched to, and that is the bad, probably the worst thing about this, is because it's not like you're doing it on purpose right now. You didn't know any better. So hopefully by the end of the section here, and I teach you all of this, you're going to be able to identify those personality styles and be able to pitch to them how they want to be pitched to. The other thing is that most people don't know how to build relationships. And the truth is this: in a service business, relationships are gold. They are the most important thing that you'll have in your business. So although it's great to make a sale and maybe make $3,000 or $4,000, we want to open up that relationship so that it can continue to grow. We can continue to do business for them, and in the long run get referrals out of that as well as repeat business. And then lastly, this is why I created this program, is because most personality style programs are way too analytical. If you've ever been through DISC or Myers-Briggs or McQuaig's or any of those, they teach you a wide variety of how to identify personality styles, but they do that because a lot of times it's how to place somebody in a job, not necessarily just how to create a relationship and sell to them. So what we're going to work on today is only selling. It's only focused on identifying, presenting, and closing based on their personality styles.